Hola amigos, bienvenidos a Rimbe 35 y hoy nos encontramos en el Congreso Mundial de Ufología. Y estamos con un personaje muy importante dentro de la ufología moderna. Estamos con Nick Pope, que fue en su momento consejero del Departamento de Defensa del Reino Unido. Vamos a hacerle algunas preguntas importantes sobre este proceso de desclasificación que, lógicamente, estamos asistiendo a un momento único en la historia en que el Pentágono ha admitido la existencia de objetos no identificados que violan el espacio aéreo. Y esa va a ser precisamente una de las primeras preguntas que le vamos a realizar a Nick Pope. Para el señor Nick Pope, ¿qué opina sobre este proceso que estamos ahora inmersos, en que el Pentágono admite toda la existencia del tema OVNI? Y la pregunta sería, ¿por qué ahora?
I think that the reason this is happening now is complex. Firstly, there was good investigative journalism done by the New York Times in getting this story out in December 2017. But secondly, the people who had been doing this work in government had by that time left government and were now pursuing their agenda in a private capacity. So people like Luis Elizondo and Christopher Mellon and Hal Puthoff and a few others who had involvement with this government program were able to, within the confines of their security oaths, were able to confirm the existence of the program. And of course, a big part of the story is the 3 videos that were declassified and show US Navy jets chasing an unidentified object of some sort. And because the media is still very visual, having these videos, as well as the testimony of people like Luis Elizondo, and as well as the handful of ATIP documents that we have from, for example, the Defense Intelligence Agency sent to the US Congress. It's the videos that really give life to the story, because that's what makes it real to people, I think. And that's, people see that, and suddenly this isn't just somebody talking about something. It's something you can actually watch and listen to and say, my goodness, that's interesting. Specifically, the fact that we have those 3 videos of the US Navy jets chasing the UFOs, those 3 specific videos mean that everyone can now see and understand this story.
Yo me gustaría preguntarle si él considera que es fiable esta especie de aparente apertura de nuevos datos y de desclasificaciones, si es trigo limpio o detrás podría haber un intento de proyecto Blue Beam, de hacernos creer que existe una amenaza extraterrestre, una falsa invasión, y por supuesto llevar a la práctica un falso escenario de invasión para establecer el New World Order. Si realmente podría ser eso.
I have heard the theory that some people believe that this threat is being deliberately created so that the New World Order can create a false flag alien invasion. But to me, I do not agree with this theory. I think that these encounters are not being manufactured, they are real. The question, which has still not been definitively resolved, is what we're dealing with here. Is it our own technology, some secret black program? Is it Russia or China? Or is it something extraterrestrial? We do not yet have a definitive answer to that question. Or if we do, that answer is being kept secret somewhere deep in the Pentagon.
Entonces esto nos hace presuponer, de alguna manera, que hay una mayor manifestación de casos OVNI y que están de alguna manera pues poniendo en jaque la defensa a nivel mundial.
I agree that this subject has increasingly come out of the fringe and into the mainstream.
Y que además no solo están creciendo los avistamientos, sino que se están haciendo públicos.
This subject has come out of the fringe and into the mainstream, largely because of the revelations about the US government's program, and that is changing people's perception of this subject. We are in a fundamentally different situation than we were 18 months ago because of this release of information and these revelations.
Y él tiene datos concretos sobre la categorización de razas. Podemos hablar de una clasificación de especies, de entidades, bueno, aparte de los más famosos, de los famosos grises, de short greys, pues otras muchas especies que puedan estar interesadas en ayudar, no en seguir dañando a la humanidad.
That UFOs are extraterrestrial, let alone any definitive proof about a number of different races, but I can speculate, and I can speculate that if we share this universe with others, it's not going to be simply one other civilization. The possibility of there being two civilizations in the universe, to me, is as ridiculous as the idea that there's only one. So I suspect we will find a very crowded universe with many, many different life forms, some biological, some post-biological, in other words, machine intelligence. One other point, in a crowded universe, the probability is that there will be some life forms that are very high-minded, moral, good, altruistic, and there will be others that are super predators, very dangerous, and a lot that will be somewhere in the middle. The Copernican principle is usually that you're somewhere in the middle. So, yeah. And interdimensionals, absolutely. Why not? With Michio Kaku would probably know more about those possibilities because this is no longer science fiction. People are looking for proof of the existence of hidden dimensions using the Large Hadron Collider. So anything is possible.
The last question, última pregunta sería si él tiene datos que por favor nos lo comparta sobre si sabe si se va a producir una gran revelación a nivel de presidente de los Estados Unidos o principales potencias del mundo, que se dé ya una revelación definitiva.
I don't have any inside information that the US government is planning some definitive announcement on this. What I do think, though, is that there is a plan to build a new radio telescope called the Square Kilometre Array, and this will be so powerful that if there are other civilizations in our small part of the Milky Way galaxy, the Square Kilometre Array radio telescope will find them. So at that point, and I think, although this may change, construction is due to finish in 2024. At this point, it may, if there are civilizations out there, it may be undeniable. You switch it on and we'll just hear them. And at that point, the debate finishes. So it may be the scientific community that delivers definitive proof, not government.
O sea, este telescopio tendría capacidad de coger espectros de luz que hasta ahora no podía.
Well, it's a radio telescope, so it would detect the sorts of things that at our own level of technology or more advanced, so radio, television, and some sorts of radar systems. So it would tell us that there are other civilizations out there, because obviously these things couldn't be artificial, the sorts of things that they'd be looking for. And it might contain information. It may be that there's a message or a signal, like in the movie Contact, exactly like the movie Contact.
Nada, dile que muchísimas gracias, que es un placer para mí haber sido mi invitado aquí en Rimbel 35.
You like a guest and you are blessing my first my work here in this
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Nick. Okay.
And